God watches over us. Flint and Kezia lived in a neighborhood that needed a little more color. They decided to build a special Garden of Kindness wall. They found a sunny spot in the grass where everyone could see it. Flint brought a big wagon, and Kezia brought her favorite gardening gloves. They were so excited to start their big project together. The friends began to work. They gathered stones of every color: ruby red, ocean blue, and sunny yellow. "We can do this," Flint said, lifting a heavy rock. He placed it carefully on the ground. Kezia found a stone that looked like a heart and tucked it right in the middle. Piece by piece, the wall began to grow. But not everyone was happy. A boy named Bramble walked by and made a grumpy face. He didn't like the new wall. "That wall is too wiggly," Bramble scoffed, pointing his finger and laughing. Flint stopped working. His shoulders dropped, and he looked down at his shoes, feeling very unsure. Then another neighbor named Thorn arrived. He crossed his arms and shook his head. "A tiny breeze will knock that over," Thorn laughed. Kezia felt a big lump in her throat. She held a small stone in her hand, but she didn't want to build anymore. The work felt too hard when people were being so unkind. Flint and Kezia went to sit under a large, leafy oak tree. They felt very discouraged. "Maybe they are right," Kezia whispered. But Flint remembered something important. He took Kezia's hand and closed his eyes. "Let's ask God to help us stay brave," he said. They sat quietly, feeling God's peaceful presence all around them. As they prayed, the fear began to melt away. Flint stood up and felt a surge of strength in his arms. He looked at the wall and knew they shouldn't give up. He began to speak a brave prayer. "When others planned to bring us fear, God made their hurtful plans disappear. He kept us safe with watchful care and helped us stand with courage there." Kezia felt her heart grow light too. She jumped up and grabbed a bright orange stone. She knew that God was watching over their work. She joined in the prayer. "So back we went to do our part, with steady hands and hopeful heart. For God protects us day and night. He guards our work and gives us light." Bramble and Thorn came back to say more mean things, but something strange happened. When they opened their mouths, they couldn't think of anything mean to say. They got distracted by a beautiful, fluttering butterfly and wandered off into the woods instead. God had protected the friends by making the unkind plans go away. Flint and Kezia worked until the sun began to set. They stacked the stones higher and higher, and the wall stood strong and straight. It didn't wiggle, and the wind didn't knock it down. Every stone they placed felt like a thank you to God for giving them the courage to finish. The Garden of Kindness was finally finished. Neighbors came from all around to see the beautiful colors. Flint and Kezia knew they weren't alone while they worked. God had watched over them every step of the way, and their beautiful wall was a sign that with God, they could do anything.